What do you have a favorite moment?
Well, other than when we got to meet you.
Yeah, so same question. What do you have a favorite moment?
Well, other than when we got to meet you. That's cool. I don't know. They're all so different, unique in their own way. I
Yeah.
can't say I actually have a favorite moment, or rather the favorite moments. Or actually when we're driving off, we just solved a case. Usually when we drive, there's all police and a lot of family, a lot of commotion going on, and then he and I and Dan, we get in the RV and we just drive off, and usually we're real quiet for at least the first few hours, and just a time to kind of reflect on the day and just, with all seriousness, just be amazed, that everyone came together to, serve a great purpose. It really just kind of hits you in the feelings. I'd say those are probably my favorite moments, where you're just driving off and you're just like, wow, I can't believe what we just did.
What's up, everybody? Coming to you live from inside the van. Well, it's live for me. You're watching this on a recording. And I wanted to give a little update from my trip to Iowa. So I took off from Northwest Ohio to Sioux City, Iowa. It turned out to be an 11-hour drive, and went out and hooked up with Adventures with Purpose, great bunch of guys, and then I came and I did one event with them, and then I had to come back. So on the way back, I started, you got to drive, you start thinking quite a bit about things inside the van, so got some pretty big news. That trip out to Iowa may be a life-changing moment for me. It may be. It may not be, but it may be. And the reason why I say that is my channel was solely going to be on walking my dogs and enjoying nature and going on hikes and giving you commentary about the places that I've been. That's changed. Now my channel is going to be split two ways, and to the advice of Jared and Sam, they think one way is the best, and they didn't even know that I was thinking this. They think one way is the best, have a niche and focus on that niche, and I'm either going to fail miserably at this or I'm going to be successful, but either way I want to do it this way, and that is split it down between. I'm taking out the just walking my dogs in a park with music and that part of the videos, and I'm going to split it between van life videos and going on trips and meeting up with Jared and Sam on Adventures with Purpose. Me driving back to Ohio from Iowa, I had a lot of time to think. It's an 11-hour drive. It was 750 miles, and they've invited me to come out for many more events. And Jared even put it, and it kind of touched me a little bit. He said, he's excited to build a friendship. Sam and Jared are both excited to build a friendship with us in the future, helping him out with videos. And he had touched on the fact that he's really interested and excited about me bringing my law enforcement background to future videos and just either advice or ideas or do's and don'ts or whatever my future or whatever my past in law enforcement brought. He's excited to have that as a tool he can use, or even just somebody else's insight from a genre that he doesn't have much experience with from an employment standpoint. And when you live in law enforcement long enough, you do get to see and think about things in a different mindset initially than people who haven't been in law enforcement. So what I'm going to do when I'm with Adventures with Purpose, I'm going to offer security. I'm going to offer them the ability to know that someone's going to be there with their equipment and the people they're leaving at their equipment when they're out on the boat. That's the service I'm going to provide for them, and security in other areas. If things get a little bit uncomfortable, I would rather have them safe than have to try to combat that situation. I pray that never comes to it, and I don't think it will. Let me tell you about Jared and Sam. For the viewers of Adventures with Purpose, this is strictly for them because they watch all their videos. All their videos are amazing. Jared and Sam are exactly like they are on video. There's no difference. There is no, when the camera's on, Jared acts this way and Sam acts that way. There isn't. I walked in, I'd never met them face to face before. I pulled up to where they were staying 4 hours before they woke up, and Jared sent me a text in the morning, hey, come on over. And it was like 6:30, 7:30 in the morning, somewhere around there. Come on over to the RV. So before I even met him, I opened the door. He invites me into the RV. I noticed right off the bat that Jared acts the same way as he does when the camera's on. Sam was in the back room with the door closed. He was getting ready. He had just woken up. When Sam came out, he had that great big smile on his face that he has in all his videos. All the videos that he's in. So that smile is genuine. For any of you guys that were wondering if that great big Sam smile is genuine or not. And let me tell you, he had that smile off camera more than I can count. So I'm glad that and that made it really comfortable for me to be comfortable around them, because I knew I was dealing and becoming friends with people that are the same as the way that I saw them on videos. So with that being said, I'm going to when I'm with them, I'm going to bring you guys a lot of behind the scenes video content of Adventures with Purpose. I've asked their permission for that, and they've given me their permission, which is very awesome of them to do. And they're like, more power to you. And I even said their viewers want to see as much of them as possible. So I'm excited to do that. I'm excited to bring that to my channel, and that is to give behind the scene footage of Jared and Sam and their team and what they're doing. So like I said, they've invited me out for many more, and I'm going to do many more with them. I have every other Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. If they're doing something and it's within a 15-hour drive, I'm going to try to be there. So with that, Jared has also offered me, I didn't even say anything about it, he offered it to me. He says, let me give you some advice on how to produce videos and how to make your content enjoyable. So with that being said, I am tired. I drove, so this was my trip. I woke up at 3:30 in the afternoon Eastern time. Saw that I missed a call from Jared. I called him back. He said, we're doing this. I said, well, I've got Wednesday, Thursday off. I'll come out to Iowa. And he said, well, we're probably going to be at the back end of Iowa then. So I said, all right, we'll hook up sooner or later. And about a half an hour later, I was thinking, just take a vacation day and have 3 days off and drive out there. So I took a vacation day. So here's me, 11.5-hour drive straight there. It took me about 3 hours to get on the road because I had to get an oil change and I had to do some things. So I left at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I got there 12 hours later. It was an 11-hour drive, but with the time difference, it was 12 hours. We left at 9 a.m. They went straight to the ramps after we did or they went straight to Ghost Grandma's house, and they did that, and then we went straight to the ramps, and they showed me all the information on what was going on. So I was up that whole time, awake, and then they had said they're going to location 3.5, 4 hours away, which was in the opposite direction of where I am currently now in Ohio. And I knew I had to be back Friday early for work. So I had said, with me needing sleep, I've got laundry to do, I've got to get out of here. So I got out of there. And they invited me back for many more. I just got off the phone with Jared about a couple hours ago. He emailed me all the information I need to pick the dates of what we're doing. So I drove all the way. I drove all the way back here. I slept for a couple hours on the road when I pulled into a truck stop, and then I drove all the way back here. So I'm pretty tired. I'm gonna head to bed, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks a lot, and be safe.
Gravel road, I've been asked to slow down. Fireplace, do you